Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. Glad you could join me again. Today we're going to be looking at a lot of great coupons going on right now at Harbor Freight. In fact, Harbor Freight has three main sales going on right now, and in this video, I'm going to cover all three of those big sales so you're totally informed as to everything that's going on right now at Harbor Freight all the way until the end of the month. So sit back, relax, and let's get into all these coupons. So today we're looking at the Harbor Freight Spring Coupon Extravaganza. And all these coupons, like I said, I compiled them all together, so you don't need to hunt for all the different sales. They're all compiled together. I have them at my website under the Extras tab. There's the domain right there. Type that into your browser, head on over there. Under the Extras tab, you can find this flyer and many more flyers for Harbor Freight. All right, so let's get started. Let's get into all these coupons. First of all, we're going to be starting by looking at the Dollar Days that are going on right now. And the Dollar Days coupons are available until the 23rd of April. So you got plenty of time to take advantage of these guys. And then we're going to look at some super coupons, instant savings coupons. They all have different dates on them. So I'll tell you what they are when we get down to them. So we start off right here looking at a hose mender from Greenwood. You can get a 5/8 inch to 3/4 inch hose mender for only $1. Normally $2, so you save half price right there. Comes in either female or male. These guys are very handy to keep on hand, and if you happen to find that it's out of stock at Harbor Freight, they do carry them at Walmart also for about the same price, maybe $1, $1.50, something like that. So if your Harbor Freight happens to be out of stock, just go on over to Walmart. You can find it there. And here you go if you need some utility blades. The utility blades with dispenser, a 10-pack. You can get this guy for only $1. Again, normally $2, so that's half price right there. How about if you want to put up some paperwork for your employees, for yourself, for your family, to give yourself a reminder, put it up like on the refrigerator or something like that. Here you go with the Magnetic Bulldog clip set, 3 pieces for $1. That's 33 cents a piece. Normally $2.50, so that's about 60% off, not too bad. How about if you need a bit holder? Here you go from Warrior. The 2 7/8 inch magnetic bit holder for only $1. Again, normally $2.50, so that's 60% off. How about a 3-way ground adapter from Vanguard? $2 for this guy, normally $2.80, so that's a whopping 80 cents you saved there. And how about some butt connectors? Everybody loves those guys. Here you go from Storehouse, the 14 to 16 gauge watertight heat shrink butt connectors. There you go. So you know you can use them just about anywhere. You don't have a problem with water intrusion. 10-piece set for $2, normally $3, so that's about 30% off there. How about a razor blade scraper, retractable? You can get this guy for $2, normally $3, so you save $1. How about if you want to do some painting? Your paint roller frame broke down? Well, you can get this little cheapy one right here for $2. It's a 6-incher, so it's for getting into smaller areas. Premium paint roller frame, $2, normally $2.50. You save yourself a whopping 50 cents. How about some diagonal cutters? Here you go from Pittsburgh. 4.5-inch diagonal cutters with a lifetime garantia for only $2. Normally $3, so that's $1 off. And how about if you want some quick links, 3/16-inch quick links, 3-piece set, again for $2, normally $2.50, save yourself a whopping 50 cents. Here's a good one. You need yourself a blowgun from Merlin, the pistol grip blowgun for $3, normally $5. That's a couple bucks off there. Or the 1/4 inch steel industrial coupler comes in female or male. You can get this guy from Merlin for $3, normally $3.69, so whopping 69 cents off on those guys. How about protecting your eyeballs? Here you go from Western Safety. The high-performance UV safety glasses. If you're going to be working outdoors, it's good that they're UV protected. Indoors doesn't do you as much. But here you go, smoked or clear, $3 for these guys. Normally $4, save yourself $1. You need some casters. Here's a 3-inch PVC swivel caster, $3 from Hallmaster. Normally $3.50, save yourself half $1 right there. And these little clamps right here, a 12-inch ratcheting bar clamp spreader. 12 inches, not too bad. Helps you out with quite a few different projects. From Pittsburgh, also with a lifetime warranty for $4. Normally $5. Save yourself $1. How about a tarp? A camel tarp, so those black helicopters can't see what you're hiding down there. 5 foot by 7 foot camouflage, all-purpose weather-resistant tarp For 4 buckaroos, normally 5, save yourself $1. And if you need a little ratcheting set, here you go, the 3/8 inch, 1/4 inch drive SAN metric socket set, 40 pieces for only $5. Now this is kind of convenient. Keep it in the trunk of your vehicle, something like that, in case you break down somewhere. Only $5, that's a real cheap insurance right there. Normally $8, so you save a couple of bucks. And a 16-ounce jet spray carb and choke cleaner, your parts cleaner from Gumma for $5? That seems a little pricey to me. I think you can get this guy at Walmart for around $4, maybe even $3.50. So the last time I was there, I think that's the price that I saw. I normally get the Walmart brand. Doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's just a cleaner. But if you want Gumma, there you go. You can get it $5 at Harbor Freight. And how about some toolbox liner? If your toolbox drawers don't have any liner and they're all getting scratched up, here you go. Use this to protect it. The U.S. General 18-inch by 72 non-slip toolbox solid liner for $5, normally $8, save a couple of bucks. And if you need to do some tying down, here you go with your E-Track tie-off strap with D-rings for $6, normally $7, save a buck there. Or your 3,000-pound capacity 24-inch by 2-inch axle strap with D-rings for $6, normally $10. That's a good savings, about $4. That's a good deal right there. All right, now let's move on to the super coupons. Now these super coupons are good until the 27th, so you have even more time to go on these guys. And after that, I'm sure I'll have more coupons for you. But here you go. Until the end of the month, these super coupons are all going to be in effect. And by the way, before I forget, do me a great big favor. Hit that subscribe button while you're at it if you haven't done so already. That way you stay informed every time I make one of these great videos to keep you up to date on all the great savings at Harbor Freight, Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, or any other great place that I can find to save you guys some money. All right then. Let's move along. How about if you need a big job site air compressor, a 30-gallon, 175 PSI air compressor, carry this guy in the back of your truck or something, $1,700 for this guy. Pricey, but normally it's $2,000, so you save yourself $300. How about from Greenwood? You need a contractor garden hose? Like I always point out, guys, these tan-colored hoses are horrendously difficult to work with. They're really hard and stiff. Not recommended, in my opinion. I would not recommend it for home use, but maybe for a contractor, if you're using it out and beating it up and so forth out on the job site, might be perfectly fine for that. I never used it as a contractor, but I used it at home, hated it, wound up throwing it away. $30 for this 100 3/4 inch footer right there. Normally $35, save yourself about $5 or $6. You need some goatskin leather work gloves from Hardy. There you go, $7, normally $8, save a couple of bucks. How about a floor shop press, 20-ton H-frame floor shop press from Central Machinery for $200 right now, normally $250, save yourself $50. Or the 12-volt magnetic LED towing light kit from Kenway, $27, normally $33, that's a few bucks off. Or some shop towels, 14-inch by 1350 pack from Grants. You can get these guys for $9 right now, normally $14, come in white or red. I always recommend getting the white ones because you don't have the dye to worry about. In my experience, the red dye comes off and makes a big mess. Some of you guys have commented that they have been improved and the dye doesn't come off as badly anymore. I cannot comment to that. I can only comment my experience, which was pretty bad because the red ones always made a big mess. But you do your thing and you figure out which one is best for you. And how about if you need a trailer tire? Here you go from Hallmaster, the 1,820-pound capacity radial trailer tire for $135, normally $150. That's $15 off. Or you need a storage case for your trailer. Here you go, 2 and 3 cubic foot steel trailer tongue box for $90, normally $120, save $30. How about some extreme duty weather resistant tarp? You can get this 12 by 16 silver and black one for $27, normally $35. You save a few bucks there. For you Icon guys, here we go with a big torque wrench, the 3/4 inch drive. That's a big guy right there. 100 to 600 foot-pounds professional click torque wrench, $380 right now, normally $400. So you save yourself a whopping $20. And if you need a premium auto detailing accessory kit for your wet dry shop vacs, you can get it from Bauer for only $20, normally $30, save about $10. And I have heard from some of you guys that these don't fit every type of vacuum out there, every type of wet dry shop vac. So bear that in mind. You may want to check the size. It may only fit like the Bauers and may not fit like the Rigids or any of those others. If you have experience with them, feel free to comment down below. Let everybody know what your experience have been. And how about if you need an extension? Here you go from Vanguard, 50 foot by 16 3-gauge indoor-outdoor extension, $13, normally $15. Save a couple of bucks. How about a drop leg, the Hallmaster 5,000 pound capacity A-frame weather-resistant electric trailer drop leg, $200 right now, normally $230, $30 off. Another weather-resistant tarp, 12 by 20 foot, the mesh type, all-purpose weather-resistant tarp for $49, normally $55. That's about $6-7. And how about if you need a portable torch kit with oxygen and acetylene tanks? There you go, from Chicago Electric, $330 right now, normally $350, save $20. Or how about if you need a plier rack? Here you go, from US General, 15 compartment adjustable plier rack, $13, normally $18, save a few bucks there. From Chief, you can get this long barrel air hammer for $120, normally $140, $20 off right now. And how about from Franklin, an 80 by 144 extra large double-sided moving blanket, great for storing stuff, or if you need to move, great for that as well. $14 right now, normally $20, it's about $7 off. How about if you need an air impact wrench from Central Pneumatics, the 3/4 inch cast aluminum air impact wrench, twin hammers, 1,000 foot-pound capacity, $130 right now, normally $180, save yourself $50. And from Pittsburgh, the 2 1/4 inch 15-pound suction cup lifter for $1.50 right now, normally $2.90, so that's like $1.50 you save. And these guys are really good for lifting all sorts of slippery products like a pane of glass, a mirror, something like that. But don't think you're ever going to pull a dent out of your car with that, because it just doesn't work. And this guy right here, the Zurich ZR11 OBD2 code reader with ABS for $100. Normally $125, you save yourself $25. And I always like to point out, guys, I always tell you, the code readers at Harbor Freight are way overpriced. If you want something, this is a perfect comparison right here. Look at this guy. It only reads codes and has ABS, right? For $100. Go to my channel page. I will put up a link in the corner if you need to. You can check out a new scanner that I just reviewed that's $100, even to this one, the same thing, $100. And it has like 15 resets built in. It's an all-system scanner. It is a portable little dongle that you can get and use with your phone or tablet. It is a bargain when you compare it to this guy right here. So there you go. Harbor Freight scanners are always way too expensive for what little they give you. Go check out that little dongle. You're going to be amazed what it can do. And how about if you need some wire? Here you go. The Storehouse 400-foot wire spool rack. $35, normally $42. Save some bucks there. From Braun, you can get this 700 lumen adjustable rechargeable LED headlamp for only $20. There you go, normally $25. Save about $5 or $6. Or from Merlin, if you want a brass industrial plug. There you go, female or male. You can get this 1/4 inch guy for $2, normally $3. Save $1. Or if you need a fireman's hose, the Predator 100-foot high-volume watering kit with adjustable spray nozzle for only $100. Normally $110, save $10. Or how about if you need a ball heck socket set, 6 pieces, 3/8 inch drive from Pittsburgh with a lifetime warranty for only $5, normally $9. That's 44% off, SAE or metric. How about some deep socket sets, color-coded, the colors of the rainbow, 1/4 inch drive. There you go, from Pittsburgh, lifetime warranty, $8 right now, normally $12. Save some money there. How about a portable work stand, 200-pound capacity? It's amazing. Can this guy really hold 200 pounds? I've seen these guys. They look a little bit flimsy to me, only good enough to hold like a fender or something like that. I wouldn't stand on it myself, and I weigh a little over 200 pounds. But there you go. $20 for this guy right now. Normally $25. Save $5. How about if you need a side tray for your 5-drawer mechanics cart and the 6-drawer full bank service cart, or pretty much any of them, I would imagine? You can get this guy for $20, normally $25, and it comes in 9 different colors. There you go. You can pick and choose. How about a radiator no-spill funnel set? You can get this guy from Pittsburgh for $28, and it does not have a lifetime warranty. Doesn't say that. So this guy is, when you bought it, you own it. There you go, 38 bucks normally, so you save yourself about 10 bucks. And another Icon breaker bar right here. For you Icon guys, the 3/4 inch Drive Professional 36-inch breaker bar for 80 bucks, normally 100, save 20 bucks. And we just saw a similar paint roller a little while ago. The other one was 6-incher. This is a 4-incher from Avanti. Your premium quality paint roller frame, best quality ever. There you go, $1.50 right now, normally 2 bucks, save 50 cents. Or here you go with the Impact Driver set, a 45-piece set from Hercules. You can get it for 17 bucks, normally 23, save a few bucks there. Or here's a different micro cleaning accessory kit for wet dry shop vacs, a 9-piece set for 6 bucks, normally 8, so you save yourself a couple of bucks. Micro cleaning, what would you do to clean like the vents and stuff like that in your vehicle, get into all the little nooks and crannies and so forth? I mean, most vacuums do come with attachments like this. Or one good thing I would suggest is use one of those little air dusters. Like I said, I've gotten those air dusters. In fact, I got another one. I'm going to do a review real soon. Those little air dusters, I am really impressed with them. They are so powerful and so useful considering the small size that they come in. Up until now, I've been using for, cleaning your car and stuff, like a wet dry shop vac or a portable blower. These guys are even smaller and make it much more convenient to do that type of work. So keep those in mind if you're looking for blowing stuff out of little tiny nooks and crannies. And how about if you need a needle nose plier from Icon? 11-inch long reach needle nose pliers for 16 bucks. Normally 22, that's about 5 or 6 bucks off. From Storehouse, some self-drilling screw assortment, 200 pieces for 7 bucks, normally 9, couple bucks you save. How about a cast iron swivel caster? Here you go for some heavy duty stuff. 3-inch cast iron swivel caster for 5 bucks, normally 9, save a few bucks. Or an extended dual foot air chuck inflator, good for like big rig tires or something like that, get into both sides and so forth. There you go, 6 bucks for this guy, normally 8. Or if you need a tool tote from Hercules, 17-inch tool tote with 19 pockets, 28 bucks right now, normally 35. Or here you go from Quinn, the 1/2-inch drive, low profile sealed head ratchet for 20 bucks, normally 25, 5 bucks off right now. Or the 5 TPI reciprocating saw pruning blade, 5-pack. You can use them to cut off branches and stuff like that, prune all sorts of stuff in your yard, 7 bucks right now, normally 9. Or if you need a staple gun, the Fasten Pro 3-way tacker staple gun kit for 8 bucks, normally 10, save about 3 bucks there. Or if you don't want to get an expensive hose reel, you can get this guy right here from Central Pneumatic, the 100-foot manual steel air hose reel. You power it up yourself, no springs or anything to worry about. You can get this guy for 20 bucks, normally 25, save about 5 bucks. Or the reusable vacuum storage bags, a 3-pack for $3.50, normally $4.80, save a buck or so there. Or you need some solid welding wire. Here you go from Vulcan. You can get this guy, the 0.45 inch, for 30 bucks, normally 38. Or you can get the 0.25 inch right there, solid wire for 30 bucks as well, normally 38. You need a spring clamp. There you go, 1 3/4 for only 90 cents. Normally $1, so you save only 20 cents there. Or how about a truck ladder rack, 250-pound capacity for 90 bucks, normally 100, save about 10 bucks there. Or a universal foam pad from Grants, a 5-incher for 8 bucks, normally 10, save a couple of bucks. Or a 6-inch universal pad, your choice. Both of these guys come in either compounding, polishing, or finishing, a 1-pack, or a heavy-duty microfiber, a 2-pack for this guy. That guy doesn't come in that. But a 6-inch or universal pad, 8 bucks right now, normally 10, save a couple bucks. How about a sharpening stone? You can get this guy from Gordon for $2.30, normally 3 bucks. Well, that's about 70-80 cents. And a different universal pad. Here you go, a 3-inch universal pad. A lot of these guys are pretty small, so they're good for getting into little tight areas like polishing your mirrors or things like that. Not for generally polishing the entire body, unless you have some weird crevices you need to get into. So you can get this guy for 8 bucks right now, normally 9. Again, available in heavy-duty cut microfiber compounding, polishing, and finishing foam. How about if you need some batteries? You can get these guys, the alkaline batteries, the Thunderbolt ones, AA, AAA, 24-pack, the orange batteries for 5 bucks, normally 7, save a couple bucks. You need a jerry can, a 5-gallon gas can right now for 19 bucks, normally 22, gasoline or diesel, save a couple of bucks. Or how about some PB Blaster? You can get this guy with a straw. Like, shouldn't it always bring the straw? Well, sometimes, that's really annoying. Sometimes I have bought like carburetor cleaner or lubricant and stuff like that at Walmart, and you just get a bunch of them, put them in the cart. Then when you get home, you realize the straw isn't attached. What the heck? They forgot to put the straw in it. That is so annoying. Then you got to hold on to the straw from each one from then on out. If you have one left over from a previous can, very annoying. Come on, Walmart, get your act together. Here you go. You can get the PB Blaster for $5. Normally $7. Couple of bucks you save. Or another extension from Vanguard. 50-foot 12 by 3 gauge outdoor extension cord. $35. Normally $40. Save about $5. Or an 800-pound capacity full-size truck rack. $270 right now. Normally $300. Save yourself $30. How about some fuses? The Blade Fuse Assortment Set. 60 pieces for $6. Normally $10.50, so that's 42%. Comes in standard or ATM mini. And like I pointed out before, you know what? I had to get some fuses a few months ago, and I looked at Harbor Freight, Walmart, and Amazon. You can get 10 times more on Amazon for about the same price. I think I got myself like a 300-piece assortment kit for about $5-6, something like that. So check out Amazon. Unless you're at the store and you really need to get it or something like that, you need an emergency, you can't wait for it to be shipped to you, then go ahead and get it at Harbor Freight. But if you can wait a day or two to have it shipped, I would say get the one from Amazon. They look identically the same. It all comes from the same place. Face it, it all is made in some Chinese factory, so it's all the same stuff. This stuff, I don't think there's anything that Harbor Freight sells that says made in the USA. If there is, point it out to me, because I have never seen anything. It's all made in China. So here you go. 7-foot heavy-duty tarp right there. Weather resistant. $7.50 right now. Normally $10. Save yourself a couple of bucks. How about some jumper cables? 12-foot 10 gauge for $8. Normally $11. Save a couple of bucks there. Or some air compressor oil. From Merlin, the 32-ounce air compressor oil for $8. Normally $10. That's about 20% off right now. You know what? I haven't tested this. I've generally only used the air compressor oil from Home Depot. They have a good one there. I think it's a Husky brand, and it's fairly reasonably priced. It's about $3 or $4, and I don't know if it's like 12 or 28. I forget how many ounces it is, but it's worked out fine for me. So I would say check them both out. Pick the one you like, but check out the one at Home Depot too. It's not very expensive. And how about if you need an orbital composite air sander, 6-inch professional one from Baxter, $80 right now, normally $90. Or a 1/2-inch by 100-foot rubber air hose, $60 from Merlin, normally $80. Save a couple of bucks there. Or the high power spray gun cleaner for $7, normally $10. Save a couple of bucks. So how about if you need a roller tool bag, the Bauer 18-inch roller tool bag for $70, normally $90, so that's a few bucks off, and that's actually not a bad price. Because like this guy, I have one of these guys, but I have the Husky one. And it is a very good bag, well built. If you need to carry your tools around to job sites and stuff like that, I can definitely say it's a good bag to have on hand. If this is anywhere near what the Husky one is, it's a good bag. And like I said, the Husky one is like $100 most of the time at Home Depot. This one is mostly a $90, and most of the time I see it go down to like $79, so $69 is a real good drop in price on this guy. So if you've been looking for a good bag, a big bag, because it is pretty big, to carry stuff around to your job site, go check that out. That is a good price right now. And how about if you need a come-along, 1,200-pound capacity, 3.7-foot cable wind puller, $15 right now, normally $18. Save some money there. Or how about an air dent puller? Now, how effective it is, I don't know, but you can always give it a go and see how it works. $70 right now, normally $80. Save yourself $10. Or a composite straight air die grinder, 1/4 inch from Chief, $40. Normally $50. Save $10. How about an extended air die grinder, $50 as well, 1/4 inch from Chief, $50. Normally $70. So that's a good savings there. All right, guys, let's move on to the instant savings coupons. Now, for these guys, you don't need to have a coupon. It automatically rings up at this price. You see these guys up here, they all had a barcode coupon and a coupon code that you needed to use to get the discount. These guys, you don't need to worry. It just rings up automatically at the register. So these guys are all in effect until June 5th. So you got plenty of time to take advantage of these guys. So here we go. I don't remember offhand what the pricing was for the other rags that we saw previously. Maybe it was cheaper, I forget offhand. But here they have it on the instant savings coupon. So even if you don't have a coupon, you can still get these guys. 14 by 3 mechanic shop towels 50 pack. Your choice, 12 bucks, normally 14, in red or white. I always recommend getting the white ones. And how about if you need a hex socket set, 3/8 inch drive and 1/2 inch drive. There you go. They're both in the same set. These look like 1/2 inch and these are 3/8 inch right there. You can get this for $13.50, normally 15 bucks. Save some money there. How about a self-drilling screw assortment? 200 pieces for 8 bucks, normally 9, save $1. Or another big tarp right there, 12 foot by 20, silver and black, extreme heavy duty tarp, 40 bucks right now, normally 45, save a few bucks. Or the 1/2 inch drive impact socket set, 13-piece set for 17 bucks from Pittsburgh, normally 20, save about 3 bucks. Or how about the 3,300 pound capacity 2-inch by 27 foot ratcheting tie downs for 13 bucks, normally 17, save a few bucks there. Or here is a different trailer light set from Kenway. 12-volt LED trailer light set, 38 bucks, normally 43, save a few bucks there. Or from Merlin, 3/8 inch by 50 foot rubber air hose, 23 bucks, normally 25, couple buck savings. Or here you go with a small gas can. You can get this guy for $16.49, normally 18, so that's a few bucks there. I can't see what it is. You'd have to look at this guy. I don't know if it's probably a gallon and a half, something like that. So there you go. It should actually say, instead of small gas can, it should say 1 gallon, 1.5 gallons, something like that. But they didn't put that, so there you go. You got to look it up. And here you go from Pittsburgh, the 1/2 inch drive star bit socket set, 9 pieces for 10 bucks. That's almost $1 a piece. So normally it's 12 bucks, so you save a couple of bucks. Or a hose clamp assortment set. You can get this guy, a 20-piece set, 40-piece set, or a mini fuel injection set, 40 pieces. Now, the 20 piece is going to be the large. It doesn't say it there, but I can tell you because I have these guys. The 20 piece is going to be the large, the 40 piece is going to be small and medium, and then the mini fuel injection is also 40 pieces. I don't have the mini fuel injection, but I do have the small, medium, and large set right here. Come in handy when you have a hose clamp or something that breaks and you need a replacement one real quick. 6 bucks for these kits right now, normally $6.50, so that's about 50 cents you save right there. And how about if you don't want to break your back bending over, you're getting old and you don't want to bend over, here you go with the 36-inch pickup and reach tool for about $1.90, normally 3 bucks, save a bit there. Or here is a different hex socket set, 6 pieces, 3/8 inch drive from Pittsburgh for 7 bucks. Comes in SAE or metric, normally 8 bucks, so that's about $1 off. Or a small little tote bag here, the Voyager 12-inch tote with 18 pockets for only 10 bucks, normally 11, that's a couple bucks off. Or a 9 by 12 canvas drop cloth for $13, normally 15, save a couple of bucks there. Or you need a utility pump stainless steel construction, 4,400 gallons per hour from Drummond, 180 bucks right now, normally 190, save 10 bucks. Or you want to clean up your vehicles. Summer is coming right around the corner. You definitely want to make your vehicles look beautiful for those great car shows and stuff like that. Got to get those points at the car shows. Here you go with the 32-ounce Mirror Glaze Pro Speed Compound for 28 bucks, normally 30, save a couple of bucks. Or from Voyager, another bag, a 12-inch tool bag with 21 pockets, 4 bucks for this guy, normally 8, that's half price. Or how about another moving blanket? The other one was too much for you. How about this guy? The 40 by 50 inch moving blanket for 4 bucks, normally 5. That's 20% off. And you know, I have these guys. I have this one from Franklin. They're not too bad. They do the job, but they're not very thick. So you can't go crazy with them. If you want to, you can double them up and make it even thicker. But they do a great job for protecting stuff from getting accidental little bumps and stuff. They also make good bedding for your cats, your dogs, all that kind of stuff. So they're not too bad for the price. How about from Hardy, the full grain cowhide leather work gloves in medium, large, or extra large for 5 bucks, normally 7, save a couple of bucks. Or this is something that is really convenient to have in the trunk of your vehicle, and this is a good price because I tell you, the other day I was at Walmart and it's like 12 bucks now at Walmart. It used to be cheaper. Now they've gotten way expensive. So the tubeless tire repair kit, 9 pieces for 6 bucks, normally almost 7. And this will be a real lifesaver if you're out in the middle of the road somewhere, especially if you take trips going overlanding and you get a flat tire out in the middle of the nowhere. You don't want to have to wait for a tow truck to show up. You can get your tire patched up and get yourself to a gas station or a tire repair place where they can patch you up the right way. And some more gloves. The high visibility polyurethane coated work gloves from Hardy, 2 bucks, normally $2.50. Save yourself 50 cents. Or from Hercules, the 4.5-inch metal cutoff wheels for $10. That's a 10-pack right there. So that's about $1 a piece. That's kind of expensive. You can get some of these guys from Warrior as low as like 50 cents or 45 cents a piece. So if you want these guys, there you go. Normally 13, save a couple of bucks there. Or from Hallmaster, another set of ratcheting tie downs, a 4-pack for $11. Normally 15, save a few bucks there. Or from Icon, for you Icon guys, here you go with the professional click type torque wrench. 3/8-inch drive from 20 to 100 foot-pounds. $100 right now. Normally 110. Save yourself $10. A different extension cord, a 10-footer, 16 by 3 gauge for $6. Normally 7. Save a few bucks there. Or you need some SAE and metric long reach hex key set, 36 pieces for $7. Normally 9. Save a couple of bucks there. Or here we are at the end of the coupon, guys. All right, that's all the coupons that I have for you guys going on right now at Harbor Freight. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.